Howdy friends, Dr. Groovy Scott Grove, GroovyMusicLessons.com here for you. Matthew Apsey, friend of mine here on YouTube, asked me if I would take all of my custom guitars that I had built for me. I've got 4 remaining. I've got the 5th one being built again, which will be a Vinnie Vincent double Rhodes style thing, which I will do the pink and silver just like he did. I've got my Jackson neck and everything ready to roll. That one's brand new, never been used. So the thing with all of my custom built guitars, of course they all have lace sensor pickups in them. And some do not have, oh yeah, shirts. We always got to do shirts. The most infamous Johnny Cash shirt. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, lace sensors and everything. 2 of them have silver lace sensors, all 3 positions. And 2 of them have the gold lace sensors. Gold lace sensors are just like a typical Strat sound. Okay, it's exactly what you would think when you listen to a classic Strat. Okay, kind of 60s-ish, kind of a EQ curve. And the silvers are just slightly hotter and have a little bit more hump in the mid-range area. Just so they will do what mid-range does, and that is help out quite a bit. Okay, so we'll do that. He also asked that I just do them strictly clean, which is right up my alley. Slight bit of reverb, and that be that. Okay, so we'll do that. About 3 minutes ago, I've had one of these before, and it was one of my easily favorite basses in the world. I just found another one and purchased it real fast. And I'm not ever letting it go. You cannot go wrong with a jazz bass, USA jazz bass. This is the Jazz Bass Plus, of course. They came out when the Strat Pluses did. So I've had 2 of these the exact same color, and about 5 or 6 of the guitars the same color. I wish the guitars would come without a pick guard. I would get more and more of them. But these come stock. Active preamp and so forth, but silver lace sensors, and the pickups are in the correct place to sound right. The most beautiful finish that they ever put out. Okay, you guys know these finishes if you've ever hung around with the Plus series stuff. So the silver lace sensors, all kinds of fun stuff going on here. Just beautiful, and again, perfect. Okay, let's get on to just a couple things. Again, I run my camera, mic, and that is it. People are like, why don't you mic it up? Because easily it can change everything, and you try to make it sound amazing for YouTube, which is a total lie in what tone you get. So for anybody who has watched any of my over 1,000 videos, you have a consistent thing in your head of what the guitars sound like, because they're always through the same amplifier, the Johnson Millennium JM150, the first modeling amp ever in the world, and one that was shot down real quick after Line 6 bought the company and just shut it down. But again, the Johnson folks, Digitech subsidiary, would not give them the even a hint to how they did it, which is why the Line 6 was so horrible for so many years, and is finally getting somewhere, but still will never be what these are. Of course, a couple 12AX7s. They have the what are they? The Vintage 30 Celestians in all of them. But anyway, to show you really quick what I'm playing through. Okay. There's the JM 150. Again, here's another one. I've got like 10 of these things, but that's what I'm playing through. Okay, there's another one here. There's more up here. There's some out in our garage. There's more up there where you can't see. One of the guitars I had to get down is one of the few that I have to use a ladder, but it comes from way up there on that hook. I also run in here, there's a JM250, 250 watt RMS head, which I have all the exact same sounds. It's in my 150. You can do a SX bulk dump into here and just transfer the sounds in a matter of about a minute. But I'm playing through these Johnson 412 cabinets that are closed back but have the same speakers, the vintage 30s. So I'm playing through 1012s. Okay, so two behind me and these. So those in relationship are right here next to the mic. Fair representation of tone. It is what it is. Okay, so that's what I'm using. I will go with what Matthew asked for, and it is just strictly just a little reverb on a clean channel. No compressors, no anything else. Okay, so they all have an equal thing. Did he want to compare them? I don't know. I don't care. But if anybody asks me to play with my original guitars that were made for me, hey, I'm all about it. I forgot to grab a strap on. Okay, let's get this one. The Concho strap. These things are expensive, man. That's some good stuff. And let's see. First one we'll put on will be one that was made by Lamont Guitars. I think every one of these companies are out of business. So here was the original neck for it, the LSR. Roller nut appears. That's the Groovy guitar-did caster. Okay, so he did a little acrylic there. And everything groovy on this thing except for it is a Warmoth neck, which, Warmoth, I am not a Warmoth fan in any way, shape, or form. It, again, for some of you who do not know, was nitro finished, and it all came off in my hand the very first song that I played with it live. It was just, looked like I had been in the bathroom for about 30 minutes going like this, and it was just dripping off, because that's what the acidity in my particular hands do to nitro. It comes right off the front of the guitars, everything else. So this is Charlotte. Okay, we got the Groovy logo. And, okay, it originally came with a black pick guard and that neck I just showed you. Of course, I did a lot of clear appointments. Volume knob, tone knob, 3 on and off switches. For these are all gold lace sensors because they do not make anything other than a gold for a Tele bridge, which is guitar-did. So that's why we went with all gold. And we got the guitar-did caster custom thing back here I had engraved. So let's just check it out. This is the one guitar that he did not ask for, or he forgot about it, but might as well do all 4. And he was very interested in hearing all 3 pickups. One of my guitars has 5 pickups. Has 3 of the something, all the lace sensors, but then some Duncans that need to go away so I can throw some good ones in. Some humbuckers, the DiMarzios I'll throw in there. Anyway, so we'll get down to this axe and just do what he asked for. Okay, so here we go. Up on any of these 3 mini switches activates each pickup, so we can do every combination, which is a beautiful thing. Okay, so I will do the typical 2 position, which is the bridge and middle. Why? Because that's a great sound. Okay, so added a little treble to this setting because this is the setting I normally use for my pedal steel bends, which is very dark. So now that I'm playing live in front of you, I'll turn the treble back down where it was. It's a little bright for me. So back down to You're not going to find a cleaner thing. There's not going to be any breakup on this one at all. So, and it's on the Fender Twin modeling patch. Everything's on 10. I leave everything on 10 on my guitars 100% of the time because I use the volume pedal. After playing pedal steel for so long, I realized that the guitar is always going to sound best for me in country music if it's totally clean and so forth, unless you just want to change a patch. That's why the modeling amp works for me. Anytime I want to change anything, add a little dirt, I just hit the pedal. It just works for me. Okay? Okay, he wanted, here's the telly stuff, here and here, so we're leaving out the middle. Okay. Okay, and all three as he asked for. Neck position all by itself. Bridge position by itself. Okay, so I think that's everything. So that's the Charlotte guitar. Okay, half the thickness of a regular guitar and routed out to get rid of some of the weight. And again, I just added the acrylic neck to it. Okay, so that's that axe. Next, we will get what I call Stripe now from the movie Gremlins. He was the first evil one to pop out once Gizmo got wet. Okay, based on a Ibanez Destroyer. This one is the one that has the 5 pickups, which are controlled by these 5 mini switches. It is called the 32 model. Where's my gold leaf? Okay. Very awesome. Star inlays. Of course, you have the LSR bridge again. Very cool on the neck heel. Of course, the bridge I'll show you in a second. But you have the output jack on the back, where I like it. 1 screw on the back plate. Rest is done by magnets. So the front, you got, most of you know this bridge. Okay, and here you have the Duncan hot rails. And then, which ones are these? The silver lace sensors. Okay, so a Duncan hot rail, silver lace sensor. Another silver lace sensor. The Duncan cool rail. And then another silver lace sensor. So the 32 means you get 3 switches for the single coils, 2 switches for the humbuckers. That way you're not doing splitting. Okay, so it's actually real humbuckers. Okay, so that was my idea to do that. He made one for himself, which I also have one here. If you're looking for Anderson guitars, different Anderson than you're thinking of. He's not doing anything either, guitar-wise, at the moment. So all the links I have for all of these are no longer any good. The last guitar I showed you, the Le Mans guitars, he's not doing anything either. I would have loved to have bought about 10 more guitars from him, but never could find him. He started doing some amazing weight relief stuff on there. Heck of an artist. So anyway, Ibanez did have guitars with these finishes. I said take this one and just flip-flop it. Wherever the white is, put black and so forth, so everything lands in a different position. And I love the way that the white ran the entire length of the axe, so that was kind of cool. Okay, and the other cool thing, you drop it in over here, plug it in the back. Where's my cord? But then again, I use wireless all the time. But anyway, so let's see if I can remember which way is which. Okay, up on this one are exactly the opposite of the Charlotte. And so down is on. Okay, 2 positions. So we have this silver lace sensor and this one. Okay, so typical Strat position. Compression, which is the way I run everything. Compressor never gets shut off. Okay, find my pick. Okay, there we go. So that's the compressor, and you see how much it adds to my sound, the country sound. I'll shut it back off so everything is fair. All 3 pickups, which again Matthew wanted to hear on all these. Here's the one we were just doing, and then I'll turn on the 3rd pickup here in the neck so you can hear the difference. So all 3 silver lace sensors. So just amazing clean sounds. Again, that's me. Okay, bridge. Which gets totally amazing when you put the compression on. and neck position. Oh, sorry, telly position. These two. So just a telly rhythm, I guess. Okay, and neck position. Okay, so there's Stripe for you. Just for the rest of you wondering, here is the the hot rail by itself. So definitely hot. The cool rail. Those two humbuckers together. Two humbuckers compared to 3 single coils. Here's humbuckers. So there you go, there's Stripe. Now we're going to go to Barney, also made by David Anderson. Now this starts to get into the vein of guitars that I really like when I have them custom made. No knobs. Why have them on there if you're not using them? Okay, so we have a kill switch. And then we have 3 other switches. We can kill with those too. Or we can just kill with everything. It's just a beautiful thing. Excuse me. Output jack is one of those telly jobbies. Where you at, bastage? There you go. But pointing up. So kind of Ivan-esque. Ivan-had. But before there was an Ivan-had. So it goes at an angle like this, and would go right through the strap. Okay, which pickups did we put in here? Hey, we're at light sensor silvers again. So again, just on and off for each pickup. The Groovy inlay, very well done. The guy's amazing. The finish is stupidly cool. Great neck thing here. Yes, I do want bolt-ons for everything. Very easy to use, very easy to bend without busting your headstock. Straight headstock, and so much room up here to bend behind the nut. He gave me some gold heads to put on these. I've got them. I might put them on, I might not, but the pearloid things are on here with the locking Spurzle or Spurzel. Look at the flipping bird's eye. Nobody gets to see it, but there it is. Everything in the front you get to see again. I'm not real groovy with the bridge, but it is cool how he recessed it a la PRS type of thing, but they don't do their bridges like this, but he recessed everything. Very cool. I'm not always nifty on pickup surrounds like that. I like them crammed straight on in and blah 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 blah, because the pickups don't do this thing like Fender pickups. They're just more like EMGs. They just go in a normal octagonal shape and that's it. So come here, put on. Anyway, I do have, of course, special straps that are made for every axe. Let's see which way the on and off switches go for this one. Okay, so down to be on. And again, we'll start with the 2 position. These 2 on. Okay. All 3 for you, Sir Matthew. Again, from 2 to 3 pickups. Okay. I've got the Rob Chapman tuning going. Well, let me just look over at the tuner. Rack tuners are the only way to go, the ones on the floors. Why would I say they set? Because in a live situation, tuning while you're playing instead of in between songs, much better thing, because between songs you don't want to be tuning, you want to go from one song to another. So that's where I am on that. Tally position, these 2. Bridge position. And neck position. Speed by Kiss just kind of came up. So there's the axe. And again with compression. And above the headstock, everything that's important to me. Okay. Okay, and finally my favorite guitar in the world. It is better than my Paisley Strat, but you still have to have a favorite for a reason. And this one was made in St. George, Utah, my first custom made axe. Weighs nothing. Basswood, which I love, and then a little maple cap on top of it just so it won't get banged up so easily. Has nothing to do with tone, of course. I always do the same color of plates on the back. Instead of making them stand out, throw a big black one on there. If it's black, it's always big. But this neck is stupidly flat on the back, which is awesome. West Wind Music. Gary Huff, I believe. Everything always has compensated locking tuners everywhere. It's one of them graphite super lube jobbies instead of a roller. And again, the 3 lay sensors that are silver. Just a kind of homage to Paul Stanley with the thing there. You couldn't do anything with it. He finally powder coated the thing. Again, now we got a 5-way, so it acts like a Strat. We got another one, so we can add just the 1 pickup in for 7 positions, and another kill switch, and a well-placed Strat thing that will go with the wireless up to here instead of hanging down like a Les Paul or a Telly, where it would, or a Strat, where it would just pull out of your guitar. But when you're using wireless, I have to use wireless because, again, my chemical makeup, I will get shocked everywhere, every time if I touch a guitar and a microphone. It'll pull the Ace Frehley thing on me. So I have to use a wireless so I will not get electrocuted. Okay, so my favorite axe in the world, can't beat it. It's just me. No flippin' dots anywhere. Yes, that is real binding. It's not just colored in or anything. This is real binding. I think binding should be on the front. A little bit on the sides looks cool, but it just outlines it so amazing. I mean, it just gives it something. And the fingerboard, I would have that on every guitar if I could, which I guess I can. But anyway, Sir Matthew, let's do... Let me see where we're at on this. Okay, so that's for the bridge pickup. Okay, the little switch. I have to remind myself, or just check it out. Everything's so dirty. But anyway, where we at? Bridge. Of course, compressor. Get rid of all that inconsistency in note volume. It didn't turn on. Compressors for the win. Okay, so that's the bridge. Here's these two. No compressor. Again, it's been doing the Rob Chapman tuner. Which means something is sharp somewhere, usually the low E. There it is. Sharp low E. Should have just simply grabbed it and stretched it before we started. Okay, so there you go on that one. Again, position 2. Same type of stuff, so it's... Let's go to the middle position, which is the middle position. I don't think I did middle position on any of the others. Sorry about that. If I do this, it's back to the 2. Okay, so the 4 position, which will be these two. Okay, I'll turn this on so you have all 3, which is what he's interested in. Again, without and then with. Again, that on this guitar brings in the bridge position. The last one brought in the neck position. Neck position, get rid of this one. Neck with the bridge, so we got Telecaster. Okay, and anything else? No, with that. I think that's about it, kids. So there were the 3 guitars. Okay, got it back to normal. This thing's so flippin' superb. Again, that's my favorite axe in the entire world. It just smokes everything else I have at any price. This one took 2 years to build. Finally, from 2007 to 2009. Why? Because again, I built in Utah. Not a proper setup for the paint booth. So you had to wait for the humidity to be correct. And wait and wait. So it took 2 years of waiting and painting. That's what took us so long. So that's not bad for perfection. I mean, total perfection in every possible way. The Wilkinson bridge. I told him I wanted something really close to the PRS SEEG, just a fixed bridge, but it does have one little thing here that will bring the the B and the G back and forth if you need it. Don't need it. You set it and forget it. So, once again, very, very awesome. And Matthew, thanks for asking for all that. And again, he was asking mainly for the 3 pickups on at the same time on all of these. So I hope some of you find this groovy. Again, this video was originally done on this guitar back in 2009. There are videos of all of them going through all the distortion patches and everything possible if you want to go back and find those. And I'm going to go play my bass. Why? Because I haven't forgot to play it yet. So, awesome. Guys, be groovy, and I'll see you 4 or 5 times this week, I'm sure. Alright, play loud.